Alright, time for a follow-up regarding the Acetek AT2000 tracer module. This is the suppressor, mock suppressor I should say, for the KWA MP9 with the tri-wing quick disconnect. And this is the AT2000. I did a teardown video of it. Oops, I needed that part. Teardown of this, and for the most part the internals seem pretty reasonable, and it's not insubstantial amount of design that went into this unit. However, I found that C2, the main energy storage capacitor inside this unit, was underrated at 50 volts design spec, 65 volts operating spec. I emailed Acetek about this. I haven't gotten to film this video yesterday, but today is the 11th, and this is what I got. Their sales rep, not a technical person, that's totally fine. Professional reply, very quick. And they claim that there's low leakage current. I would need to attach some sort of a Hall effect ammeter probe to see what the leakage current was during standby operation, i.e. the capacitor in the tracer is fully charged and it's just waiting to discharge. And we'll see eventually one day, and maybe a year from now, when I actually manage to repair or just get a new oscilloscope and a Hall effect probe to test this. I also did give them feedback about wanting to see conformal coding in there, and they said that they've already implemented conformal coding for all their current manufacturing units. So I guess I have a relatively early model or new old stock tracer unit, and it did not have conformal coding, but the 65 volts DC is a design decision that they made. Albeit it's a budget conscious one. Not particularly pleased with it, but we will see what the longevity of that capacitor is. They could have done extensive testing and legitimately found out that they could get tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of pulse discharges through that polymer cap with no problems at all. Or they got a really good batch of capacitors that were over-spec'd, right? And then, one day they may get a batch of capacitors that's not quite so over-spec'd. Something that the electronics industry can do quite often, especially when you don't have reputable companies, is they will design a component to say 100 volts, and then they go to test them and they find out, oh, well, we can only make these withstand 80 volts. There was a manufacturing defect in this run of 1 million capacitors, so we'll sell them as 50 volt capacitors, and no one's the wiser, and they don't lose money by scrapping an entire batch. However, by doing that, they introduce parts that would otherwise withstand more than their design specifications, which could fool users into, or not users, but designers into thinking that, hey, I can design this thing that says it's 50 and it'll withstand 65, but in reality it was a 100 volt cap, down marked to 85 volts, so they just binned it down to 50 volt capacity. That's a hypothesis. I genuinely don't know. I have to give them the benefit of the doubt. So there you go. We will see how long this tracer lasts. It is June 10, 2020, in the middle of the COVID apocalypse, where no one's playing Airsoft anyways because every field's closed. So that's it. Quick video. Peace out.